Hi everyone, and welcome to 2020 CMAT Past Paper Solutions. Today we'll be going through part 1, questions 1 to 15. I hope you all are excited as I am to go through these questions. Question number 1. Complete the place value chart to represent the numeral 45,306. They gave us 5,000. They already wrote the place values for us. So all we have to do is fill in the missing digits. So it's 45,000. So 4 is going to come under the tens of thousands column. 45,306. Not 60, but 6. So 0 is going to come into the tens. So there we have it, the end of question 1, 45,306. Question 2, write a whole number in the box to make the statement true. Very simple question. What we're going to do, we're going to do the opposite operation. We're going to subtract. So we're going to say 3,124, take away 3,100. is going to give us what? 4, take away 0 is 4, 2 take away 0 is 2. So we are getting 24. However, the question asks us to make this statement true. Now, if I put 301 plus 24, this is actually going to be equal to 3,124. So this answer will be wrong. They want us to make this statement true, so we have to use any digit that is less than 24, any digit between, any whole number between 0 to 24. So if I put 1, the answer will be correct. If I put 2, if I put 0, if I put 23, any one of those, the answer will be correct. I'm going to write 23, okay? So our answer is 23, any whole number that is less than 24. So your answer could be 21, 20, 19, 5, etc. Question 3, what number is represented by 3 times 100 plus 7 times 1 plus 5 times 1 over 10? 3 times 100, this is going to be 300 plus 7 ones are 7 plus 5 times 1/10 is going to give us 5 over 10. Okay, so we are getting 307 and 5/10, but this 5 over 10 can be reduced to a half. 5 into 5, 1, and 5 into 10 is 2. So our answer can be 307 and a half, or how do we write a half as a decimal? It's going to be 307.5. So either one of these would be correct. Question number 4, the total value of the bills shown below is $81. Write the missing value on the bill. Now, a very easy question. All we need to do is add the bills that was given and simply subtract it from 81 to get our answer. So we have $50, $20, $5, and $1. And when we add this, we are getting a total of $76. To know what is the missing bill, we need to subtract. Okay, so 81 subtract 76 is going to give us 5. Good, so your missing bill is $5. Question number 5. Paul picked 1,725 mangoes. Estimate the number of mangoes he picked to the nearest 1,000. This question is asking us to round off to the nearest 1,000, and we know how to do that. 1,725. So for some of you, it is best if you write your place of values at the top. This is thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. We are rounding off to the nearest thousands, so we need to look at the hundreds number to see if it is a less than 5 or 5 and greater. And because it is 5 and greater, we are going to add 1 to the thousands number. So we are getting 2,000 mangoes. Question number 6. Jamal baked the cookies shown on the chart or the tray below. He ate 2/15 of the cookies. How many cookies did he eat? The question said he ate 2/15 of the cookies. 2/15 out of how much cookies? Okay, how much cookies do we have in this tray? We have a total of, you have choices, okay? You can count in ones until you get to the end. For me, I'm going to count to the side here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this side, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead of counting in ones, I'm going to multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. So I know that I have 30 cookies in this tray. The question is asking me, okay, how many cookies did he eat? 2/15 out of 30. So it's going to be 2/15 of 30 cookies. That's what he ate. Okay, let's simplify this. 2/15 times 30 is a whole number. 1 is understood as its denominator. I'm going to reduce before I multiply. Okay, 15 into 15, 1, and 15 can go into 30 2 times. 2 2s are 4. So how many cookies did he eat? 4 cookies. Number 7. Ariana spent 2/3 of her allowance and had $10 remaining. How much was her allowance? Again, Ariana spent 2/3 of her allowance and had $10 remaining. How much was her allowance? Now, I can draw a diagram or a model to represent this information. Sometimes when you have word problems, drawing a sketch of what they're asking you can make it very easy for you to interpret the question. So I'm drawing a model here because the question told me that 2/3 of her allowance, 2/3 simply means 2 out of 3. It's a fraction. So I separated my model into 3 parts. So here represents 1 out of 3 parts, 1 out of 3 parts, and 1 out of 3 parts. Okay. She spent 2/3 of her allowance. So 2/3 of her allowance she spent. And she had $10 remaining. Okay. So that means she has 1/3 of her allowance remaining. So this question is telling me that 1/3 is equal to $10. Okay, now this is one way of looking at this question, drawing a model and trying your best to interpret it. But for some people, for some students, they're not going to understand it this way. All right, so we're going to read the question again and attempt to solve it in a different way. Ariana spent 2/3 of her allowance and had $10 remaining. Okay, how much was her allowance? So what we can do, out of a whole, we subtract what she spent, 2/3. So what is the rule of thumb when you are subtracting fractions? The rule of thumb is you make sure you have common denominators. And if you don't have common denominators, then you need to find the LCM. 1 is a whole number, so 1 is understood as my denominator. The LCM of 1 and 3 is 3. 1 into 3 is 3. 3 ones are 3. Subtract 3 into 3 is 1. 2 ones are 2. So, see, I'm going to get the same thing here, a third. So she spent 2/3. She has 1/3 remaining. It says that 1/3 of, now we know that 1/3 of our allowance is $10. So what we need to do, $10 is equal to 1/3. So we need to divide. Notice I'm putting my fractions on the right side. 10 is a whole number, so 10 over 1, I'm going to divide by 1/2. What happens when we are dividing fractions? The division sign changes to a multiplication sign, and we find the reciprocal of this fraction, or we simply flip this fraction. 3 over 1. 10 3s are 30 over 1, which is 30. So the question asks us how much was her allowance. So her total allowance was $30. Question number 8. 6 take away 4 over 7. Again, the rule of thumb for when we are adding and subtracting fractions is to ensure that we have common denominators. 6 is a whole number. Okay, 1 is understood as its denominator. I am going to find the LCM. The LCM of 1 and 7 is 7. 1 can go into 7. 7 times 6 is 42. Take away 7 into 7 is 1. 1 by 4 is 4. 42 take away 4 is going to give us 38 over 7. You must give your answers in its reduced form. So I'm going to reduce this fraction. 7 into 38 is 5. I know that because 7 5s are 35. I'm going to have a remainder of 3 over 7. So answer is 5 and 3/7. Question 9. Write the correct value in the box to complete the number sentence. 16 times 11 is equal to 4 times 11 plus something times 11. Now, some students may say, okay, what can I multiply to give me 16? I can multiply 4 by 4. But this is not the answer, because what we need to find is what must be added to 4 to get 16. So all we need to do here is to subtract. 16 take away 4 is going to give us 12. So 12 is coming here. Okay? Now, again, some students may not see this as an option. They may not be able to figure this out. That's okay. Then reason through the question. I mean, this is going to be the long way, the long route, but do it if you must. So 16 times 11 will give me how much? Some students may take this route. 16 times 11 will give me how much? I can multiply. So it's not going to do anything. It's not going to hurt if I multiply. Okay? I'm multiplying by 2 digits. I put my 0 first. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. I'm getting 176. Okay? Now what was given on this side? 4 11s are 44. So the question is, what must be added? Okay, so 44 to give me, what did I get on this side? 176. Well, I can subtract, all right? I know it's a longer way out, but follow me through the end. So I'm going to subtract 44 rather, from 176. 6 take away 4 is 2. 7 take away 4 is 3. 132. Good. So 44 plus 132 is going to give me 76. The question is, what must I multiply? Okay, what must I multiply to 11 to give me 132? I don't know. So what do? I do the opposite operation. I will divide. So I will say 11 into 132, long division. 11 into 1 is 0. 11 into 13 is 1. 11 times 1 is 11. 3 subtract 1 is going to give me 2. I'm going to bring down this 2. 1 take away 1 is 0, okay? I'm going to bring down this 2. 11 into 22 is 2. 11 2s, 22. I subtract. I have no remainders. So this tells me that 11 can go into 132 12 times. So you see, I am getting the same answer. I worked it out differently, but I'm getting the same answer. Question number 10. Arrange the values below in ascending order. Here we have 50%, 3/4, 0.15. Now the easiest way to do this is to change each quantity as a fraction of 100. So I'll say 50% as a fraction would be 50 over 100. 3/4 as a fraction of 100 would be 75 over 100. 0.115 as a fraction is going to be 15 over 100. So now that we converted it like this, we can see that 15 over 100 is the smallest. They want us to arrange it in ascending order, which means that you're putting the smallest number first. So I'm writing 0.15, not 15 over 100, but 0.15 is coming first. 50% is coming second. And 3/4 is coming to. Question number 11, write the time shown on the clock below. Now the long hand is our minute hand, and we can see here that we have, let's check, we're counting in fives, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 minutes past. Now, we write our colon, we write minutes past on the right-hand side, okay? So it's 40 minutes past, 40 is coming here. It's 40 minutes past what? If we notice the shorthand, it's past 10, okay? So 10 comes here. So our answer is 10:40. Now another way to look at this, we can also write the same answer as 20 minutes to 11. Now if you wrote it like that, or you understand it that way, the answer is still correct. Question 12, an incomplete calendar is given below. You can see the month is November, it stopped at 26, okay. What day of the week is the 30th of November? Now we need to complete this calendar until we get to the 30th. So this is the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. So what day of the week is the 30th of November? The day of the week would be Thursday. So Thursday is your answer. Question 13. Priya drank 5 boxes of juice, of the juice shown below. Okay. How many liters of orange juice did she drink? Okay, so she drank 5 boxes of juice shown below. The first thing we're going to do is to calculate the volume, all right, of the juice that she drank. 5 of these boxes, so it means I'm going to multiply 250 by 5. Okay, so I'm going to work it out right here. 5 by 0 is 0, 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, and 2 is 12, 1250. Okay, so, and this is 1250 ml. Notice they asked us, so how many liters of orange juice did she drink? So we have to convert milliliters to liters. Now, 1000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. So here we have 1250 ml, and we want to convert this to liters. What do? We divide. Okay, we divide. Now it's very easy to divide by 10, 100, and 1000. If I have 1250 and I want to divide this by 1000, I can write it like this also. And when I'm dividing by 1000 or 10 or 100, I shift my decimal point to the left. Good, I have 3 zeros here, so it means I'm going 1, 2, 3 places. So my answer would be 1.25 ml. Okay, 1.25 ml. We have 2 more questions left. Let's go on to question 14. The scale is drawn on a 1 centimeter grid. Calculate the perimeter of the shape. To calculate the perimeter of the shape, now perimeter is the distance all around. So all I'll be doing is adding all the sides of the shape. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. Here is 2, Here is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So all I need to do is to add, and when I add all of this, I am going to get my perimeter to be 24 centimeters. Question number 15. In rectangle ABCD shown below, which side is parallel to AD? Now, if you remember the properties of a rectangle, the opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so what side is parallel to AD? The answer would simply be BC. All right, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this.